Morning all. Well, I've got another little project on the go at the moment. We're not working on the Miner today. As you can probably see in the background just about there is my scruffy little Honda Jazz that's parked up on the drive. I did quite a journey in it yesterday, about 120 miles. At the beginning of the journey I had a little bit of an exhaust blow. The exhaust is a bit scabby. At the end of the journey it sounded like I didn't have an exhaust on it at all. So I've got to do the same journey again today, so I'm gonna have to get underneath and fix it basically, just temporarily. I've found that there's a little hole in the exhaust around the front mounting on the centre section, and basically I'm going to need to cut out that hole, tidy it up and weld a little patch over it. So let's have a look at it. So this is where we're at. As you can see, it's corroded all the way around this mounting point, and as a result we've got this hole in the exhaust. That's why it's making such a row. What I'm going to do is tidy this up. I've got a little cutting disc on my Dremel. I'm going to tidy this up and clean it up, get a little patch welded over the top of it. I'm not going to bother putting the mount back on. The system is reasonably well supported at the moment, and I'm sure it'll do me as a temporary measure, and then I need to decide what I'm going to do. The car needs a new centre and rear exhaust section. Also the tyres are all getting a bit low. It needs some work doing on the rear discs and pads. I've noticed there's a couple of rusty brake pipes as well, so I'm just contemplating whether or not to hold on to the car or scrap it and get something else. But let's get this tidied up first so that I can continue to use the vehicle today without sounding like it's some sort of poor man's hot rod. So here it is looking from the other side. I've cut it out, had a bit of a clean up. It's a bit rusty. Hopefully I don't burn too many holes in it and I'll be able to get something to secure. And it has also got a bit of a bend on it as well. So I've made up a little cardboard template. I'll just cut some steel out and see what we can do. So I made up a template out of an old Coca-Cola cans box, and cut that out of the steel, and basically I've shaped it, cleaned it and fitted it on the car. So I'm going to show you where that fits, and hopefully we get that tacked into place now. So this is where we're at the moment. I've got this clamped into place. I actually formed this. I've got a really large socket that I put in the vise and formed this steel plate around it to get the curve. It's fairly close, but what I'm going to do is tack it in place, hammer it where we need to, and yeah, get it welded in. So the welder's there, I'm all plugged in. Let's get started. Well, it's not pretty, but it's back on now. There we go. I've ground down the welds a bit on the plate I made up, and I have managed to put the mount back on just to give it a bit of support. I mean, it didn't really need it, but might as well. So there we go. Have a look from the other side. I'll certainly do until I decide what I'm going to do. May as well just start it up and see whether it's sealed it really. Let's have a look. Well, the rear section's